and welcome back to Studio 21. I'm your host, Audrey.
And I'm Zane. Today we'll be discussing mysteries surrounding Kate Middleton and reviewing the recently released sequel to Dune.
In addition, we'll be exploring the stars with information on Trinity's upcoming Space Week, and we're being joined today by guest musician Joslyn Boyer.
So stay tuned for all of that and more.
Hello, Spring Breakers, and welcome back to Gossip Guru. I'm Audrey.
And I'm Zane. Today we have more gossip about the royal family.
Kate Middleton has been surrounded by rumors for the past few weeks, all surrounding an unknown illness, although many suspect it has something to do with her abdominal surgery from around Christmas last year.
The royal palace said she probably wouldn't be back until after Easter. How can there be rumors?
Well, people have been questioning her health. Many are wondering why she would need surgery if she's healthy already. There's also a question of where she actually is.
Where she is? What, did she disappear or something?
Kind of! On Mother's Day, March 10th, Kensington Palace put out a photo of Middleton and her 3 kids, but it was so poorly edited that people began to speculate she's missing. Later, Kensington Palace released a statement, supposedly by Middleton, that she had taken the photo herself and done the editing herself, which is why the image was so low quality.
That's somewhat believable. Why not get a professional photographer and just let Middleton have a hobby, though?
Who knows? She's also not going to be in the St. Patrick's Day parade this year, which has certainly helped the whole she's missing rumors.
So this is just a bunch of people on the internet trying to figure out why the princess hasn't been in the public for a while? They literally said she would come back after Easter.
I mean, some of the ideas that people are coming up with are wild. There have been people speculating she's going to divorce Prince William because she doesn't have her wedding ring on in the photo. Others are saying the photo is AI because it doesn't look entirely like her, or that it doesn't look like her because she didn't get abdominal surgery but plastic surgery. Anyway, there have also been rumors that news outlets were alerted to be on the watch for a royal announcement, which in itself could be about just anything.
Has that been confirmed, though?
Not by anyone with any real authority or credibility, but that's all the gossip for today, folks. I'm Audrey.
And I'm Zane. Thanks for tuning in. Now please sit back and enjoy today's music video of the week.
Crossing that line again. Lose track of time again. This love feels so real. You know how I feel. I'm here with my heart. Let me in. Let me and we play pretend for a minute, an hour, or up till the end. I'm tired of hanging out here on the ledge. Let me fall. Let's play pretend. Give this a chance, be my man. Baby, let's dance, take my hand. 'Cause I want you, and I need you. Gotta have you. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I don't need to. I can't tell if I'm wrong or I'm right, but with you I might. Let me fall. Can we play pretend for a minute, an hour, or up till the end? I'm tired of hanging out here on the ledge. Let me fall. Let's play pretend.
Hey, it's me. I know that you don't really think we are anything more than whatever we are, but I just want to thank you for letting me play pretend, even if it is just for the night.
Let me fall. Can we play pretend for a minute, an hour, or until the end? I'm tired of hanging out here on the ledge. Let me fall. Let's play pretend. Let's play pretend.
Welcome back, and today we are joined in the studio by a Trinity student, Joslyn Boyer.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, okay. So how long have you been making music?
Well, I grew up playing. My dad was a professional musician, but I started playing bass in middle school, and I joined choir in middle school also. So yeah, it's been a few years.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to pursue music and maybe some inspirations?
Yeah, I've always loved music, and my main passion and focus right now is traditional American folk music. And some people that I really love are, I grew up listening to Crooked Still, and I love Adam Hurt and Rhiannon Giddens, so those are some people that I love.
Nice. And how would you describe your sound or genre of music, and what made you gravitate to producing that sound?
Yeah, I think I would qualify this as folk music, and I like that it has a lot of space in it. I know that can be a little jarring if you're not used to having someone playing chords and percussion, but yeah, I like doing just bass and vocals, and so that's what I've been working on recently.
Nice, okay. And can you talk a little bit about the meaning behind the songs that you'll be performing today?
Yeah, so I'm going to start with Orphan Girl by Gillian Welsh, and it's kind of, it's a song about someone who's hoping to see their family again one day. And then I'll sing a traditional folk song called The Blackest Crow, which is about losing a loved one. And then a song called Diamond Joe by Jack Elliott, which is like a Texas cowboy song. And then I'll end with Freight Train by Elizabeth Cotton.
All right, and lastly, do you have any upcoming performance or news that you'd like to share?
I'm in choir and orchestra on campus, and so there's spring concerts coming up for both of those, and I'm really excited about that.
All right, well, we cannot wait to see you perform.
Thank you.
But first, let's take a look at some upcoming celestial events.
Good evening, and welcome to today's segment about the eclipse. Special news segment. I'm Chris, and tonight we are looking skyward with Trinity University as they announce an exciting lineup of events for their upcoming Space Week, culminating in a viewing of the total solar eclipse on April 8th. Last October, Trinity captivated both the campus and the local community with a series of events during the annular solar eclipse. This April, they're taking it one step further. From April 2nd to the 8th, the university is ready to dazzle us once more, especially as the total solar eclipse passes directly through Texas. Unlike the ring of fire we witnessed last time, this total solar eclipse will plunge us into twilight as the moon completely blocks the sun. A phenomenon not to return to the contiguous United States until 2044, making it a once-in-a-lifetime event for many. Trinity is seizing this rare opportunity to educate and inspire with a week dedicated to exploring our relationship with space. The events kick off on April 2nd, featuring discussions on San Antonio's role in space exploration and sustainability efforts from space data. Highlights include a panel with industry leaders like Jim Pershbach and Sam Jimenez, and a lecture by Smithsonian's Ellen Stofan on sustaining Earth using space data. But the crown jewel of the week, a viewing party at Nibby Ranch in the heart of the eclipse's path. It's not just about looking up, it's an educational journey. Before the eclipse, attendees can enjoy workshops, including one on poetry inspired by the eclipse, hosted by Professor Jenny Brown. Plus, there's lunch and, of course, the main event, the eclipse viewing, promising 3 minutes of totality that promises to be unforgettable. So, mark your calendars and prepare for a week of discovery and awe. Trinity University is not just watching the sky, they're bringing space closer to home. That's all for today's segment. Coming up next, release date.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Release Date. I'm Zane Clow.
And I'm Audrey Post.
Today, we'll be starting off with the recently released sci-fi epic Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2, directed by Denis Villeneuve and starring Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, and Javier Bardem, was released a couple weeks ago on March 1st. The film picks up almost immediately after the first film and follows Paul Atreides and his mother Jessica as they flee the Harkonnens, who are hunting them down. Paul and Jessica have joined up with the Freemen, the people native to the planet Arrakis, on which they are stranded. Together with the Freemen, Paul begins to enact his plan to defeat the Harkonnens and challenge the Emperor with the hopes of taking his place, freeing him and his mother from constant pursuit and the Freemen from their opposition.
I thoroughly enjoyed Dune Part 1 when it was released back in 2021 and had been relatively excited for this film's release. I did not, however, anticipate just how good this movie would be. Pretty much everything in this film astonished me. The scale of the film is incredible, both literally in terms of the world, the visuals, the grandness of the score, and really everything technical being just a marvel, but also its narrative. The first film suffered from the heavy weight of all the exposition and very overt world building and establishment it had to do. Dune has a more complicated world, social and political system, economy, ecology, etc. for a standard blockbuster, but having gotten all of that out of the way, the second movie can just jump right in to things full force and no time is wasted on establishing loads of information. This film is also incredibly bold with its characters and themes. Most of my explanation for why I think this would require me to spoil the ending, so I'll be reserved, but Paul's character arc is one that challenges both the conventions of the genre and the medium, and the themes of cautioning against zeal within movements are conveyed in a way atypical for this kind of film, but brilliantly nonetheless. The narrative isn't perfect, however. There are minor bits and pieces that feel slightly forced or underwhelming, namely a deceased character from the first film having a pretty significant impact on Paul in this film when he doesn't really have much of an impact in the previous film, and is often used to clumsily move his character along. In addition, not everything the Bene Gesserit faction does feels super meaningful or necessary, but in the grand scope of what this film achieves, these are minor issues for sure. Definitely see this film while it's in theaters. I've seen it twice now in IMAX, and if it's still in IMAX in the coming weeks, I'll probably do it again. Next up, because it's really hard to talk about them separately, the mecha anime classic TV series Neon Genesis Evangelion, or NGE for short, and its follow-up film, The End of Evangelion, or EOE for short, with more emphasis on the film.
NGE, originally released in 1995 and running through 1996, and its follow-up EOE, released in 1997, are the seminal animes created and primarily directed by Hideaki Anno. This franchise, famed for its complex characters and deep emotional analysis, follows a young boy named Shinji, who is recruited by his absent, abusive father to join NERV, a secret government organization that combats mysterious, monster-like entities known as angels. Shinji, for reasons unbeknownst to him, must pilot Evangelion, giant mechanical robots that are the only things capable of killing an angel. Shinji and his allies battle the angels as secret, centuries-long plans for humanity unfold, and his psychological state declines.
This show and movie are my favorites of each respectively. There's probably been no other piece of media that has affected me so profoundly. These came to me in a difficult part of my life, and I can trace exactly how they've led me to being the happiest I've ever been. It cannot be understated how impactful this franchise is to me. Now, this is a difficult thing to talk about, firstly because it's difficult to avoid spoilers, and secondly, because even if I did spoil it, probably nothing I would say would make any sense unless you've seen it. I've watched through all of Evangelion probably 6 or 7 times now, and since my second watch, it's made perfect sense to me. However, the first watch is admittedly very difficult and confusing. This is because terms and concepts are introduced before you have a chance to see them or for them to be applied, in addition to a lot of the key lore and background being buried in subtext. I'm personally a believer that something requiring multiple watches to be made sense of is not a bad thing, and if done well, like it is here, is a grand achievement in storytelling complexity. This franchise has probably some of the, if not the best character writing I've ever experienced. The characters are so fleshed out and real feeling that most of them have more depth than some people I know in real life. I'm half joking when I say that, but seriously though, this looks like some kids show about robots fighting monsters, but it gets darker, grimmer, more graphic, and more complex and abstract than you could possibly imagine. Why I'm even talking about this, however, is for the first time in North America, EOE has come to theaters. I saw it on Sunday, and once, and again on another showing they added Monday, and I'll be seeing it again tomorrow. So if you've got like 10 hours to spare to watch the show before tomorrow night, check it out. But don't watch it without having seen the show. It'll make less sense than it already will. One more note, there's 2 translations available for the series, the old one from the early 2000s and the Netflix version. The version in theaters is the Netflix version, which in my subjective opinion is objectively worse. If you can't make the screenings tomorrow and still want to watch it, watch the original version. It can be found on some editions of the Blu-ray as of a couple years ago, or through legally dubious means like us fans had to for years before the Blu-ray. Either way, it's like my favorite thing ever. Go watch it. That's all we have for release date. I'm Zane.
And I'm Audrey. Thanks for watching. Now, please enjoy Joslyn Boyer's upcoming performance.
I am an orphan on God's highway. I'll share my troubles if you go my way. I have no mother, no father, no sister, and no brother. I am an orphan girl. I have had friendships pure and golden, but the ties of kinship I have not known them. No mother, no father, no sister, and no brother. I am an orphan girl, and maybe one day I will be able to meet my family at God's table. Meet my mother, my father, my sister, and my brother. No more an orphan girl. Oh, blessed Savior, making me willing and walk beside me until I'm with them. Will you be my mother, be my father, be my sister and my brother? No more an orphan girl. Oh, blessed Savior, making me willing and walk beside me until I'm with them. Will you be my mother, be my father, be my sister, be my brother? No more an orphan girl. I am an orphan on God's highway. I'll share my troubles if you go my way. I have no mother, no father, no sister, and no brother. I am an orphan girl. I am an orphan girl. All right, that was Orphan Girl by Gillian Welsh. Next, I'm going to play a traditional American folk song called The Blackest Crow. I did an instrumental version of this on my album Tall Grass, which is on all streaming platforms, but it's a great song with great words, and so I love to sing it also. As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. Each night I suffer for your sake. You're the one I love so dear. up is Diamond Joe. There's a man you'll hear about most anywhere you go. His holdings are in Texas, and his name is Diamond Joe. He carries all his money in a diamond-studded jar, and he never was much bothered with the process of the law. I hired out to Diamond Joe boys. I did offer him my hand. He gave me a string of horses so old they could not stand. I nearly starved to death, boys. He did mistreat me so. No, I never saved a dollar in the pay of Diamond Joe. His bread, it was corn dodger, and his meat you couldn't chop. He nearly drove me crazy with the wagging of his jaw. And in the telling of this story, I aim to let you know that there never was a rounder who could lie like Diamond Joe. Well, I tried 3 times to quit him, but he did argue so. I'm still punching cattle in the pay of Diamond Joe. And when I'm called up yonder and it's my time to go, give my blankets to my buddies, give the fleas to Diamond Joe. And when I'm called up yonder and it's my time to go, give my blankets to my buddies, give the fleas to Diamond Joe. All right, last one is Freight Train by Elizabeth Cotton. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I've gone. When I'm dead and in my grave, no more good times here I crave. Place a stone at my head and feet and tell them all I've gone to sleep. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on Old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 as she comes a-rolling by. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on Old Chestnut Street. Place a stone at my head and feet and tell them all I've gone to sleep. Freight train, run so fast. Freight train, run so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on. They won't know what route I've gone. They won't know what route I've gone. No, they won't know what route I've gone. Thank you.